Hi everyone, my name is Linda Gunno. I am the CEO, Master Certified Wedding Planner and Florist. Linda Profession Creations is an events planning and decor company. We cater to wedding or events. We do florist, decor, we do home staging. We handle it all from month of coordination to small wedding to large wedding in and around the Philadelphia area. I have been in business since 2019, but I have 10 plus years in the wedding industry business. So today, as I promised, I'm going to talk to you about how to budget for your wedding. I have a class that I usually go more in depth with that is 2 hours, and I teach you how to plan your wedding. But today, I'm going to give you all of that for free. The first thing you need to do when you are planning your wedding is set a budget. Meet with the people that's going to help you pay for this wedding. Whether it's you, whether it's your fiance, whether it's your parents, his parents, vice versa, family member. Sit down and talk to those people and see how much it is that you can spend on your wedding. What you cannot spend on the wedding. Because if you go in according to other people's pocket, you know to make sure that how much you have, how much funds you can utilize, because that make your life a lot easier. Most of the time when you talk to people like, how much you gonna pay for your wedding? I don't know. Right now, the national average for a wedding about 75 to 125 people is about $28,000. And I know that might seem a lot, but a lot of couple goes over that budget without planning. And because sometimes when you spend little here and little there, you don't realize how much you're spending. And sometimes you might spend that money in the wrong place. So I'm just going to dive right into it. The first thing, your reception should be about 48 to 50% of your budget. No negotiation. And that includes your wedding decor, your food, your venue, because those are the crucial things to your wedding. If you pay, and I say a lot of people, some people get these beautiful venue that they pay so much money for, but then they don't have good enough food, or they don't have enough flowers to make that venue beautiful, or they pick a venue that they don't want to use because they don't have that budget. So if you spend 50% of your budget on your venue, that's the place that you're going to spend the most time. That's the place where all your guests going to be for 5 hours or more. You want that venue to be beautiful. You want that food to be the food that you want. The cost of our food based on what venue hotels that you use, it might be $100, $101, $75 to $85. So it fluctuates. So research into that, how much you're going to spend, how much people. You can also cut that cost down by inviting less people. So instead of sitting there and saying, I want 250 people to my wedding, and you're spending so much money on that, for let's say about $100 a person, cut it down, maybe to 100, 125 guests. That way you can get what you want and you're not cheaping. And as I said, one of the biggest things that people overlook, they will spend all this money, but then when it comes to the decor and the flowers, they want to get it cheap. You can't. And that's some of the things that are the most expensive things. Those are the things that make your day great. So 50% of your budget, 48 to 50%. No negotiation. That's the most important. The second thing is your ceremony. About 2 to 3% of your budget can be spent on your ceremony. It's not going to be a lot. Most people choose to use either a garden wedding, maybe in a church, and maybe in the same venue space that they're using. So you're not using a lot of decor. After it's most church, if you're a member of the church, they will let you do it for free. If you are using the venue, sometimes they might charge you maybe an extra fee for utilizing the venue. If you're doing an outdoor wedding. So the cost is not that hectic. The decor, you don't need that much. So it's pretty simple. So I would say 2 to 3%. And also your attire. And I mean the clothes the groom gonna wear, your wedding dress. And make sure you spend 10%. So the thing about it is that people want a special price. You pay for $10,000 and $20,000 dress, or maybe $1,000 dress. You have this beautiful dress, but you don't pay for alterations. Then your dress don't fit you properly. So think about that cost too. A lot of times, some men might want custom suit. Some men might decide, okay, well, maybe I can rent or buy. My rule of thumb is always buy instead of rent. Because I feel like if you rent the event, let's say you pay for a renting for a suit, maybe $200 for a rental suit, you're never gonna get that back. But if you made get a custom suit to fit you, probably spend maybe $300 to $400. You get more use out of that. You can wear that again, especially for men. You don't have it. You can get a whole suit set instead of just renting. With female, you can buy off-rack dress. You can make your custom-made dress. If you are doing custom dress, no, there are more costs associated with that. So think about that. Also, make sure you have your alteration fees. Alteration usually costs anything from $400 to $1,000. The average is about $4 to $6 something, based on the dress that you have. That include your veil. So make sure that cut is in your budget. You don't have a beautiful wedding and then you don't look work for your own wedding and everybody else will work. So make sure that is within your budget. And then also photography, videography, 10%. You want your pictures to look great. Don't go pick Mr. Horrible DJ or Mr. Horrible photographer and a videographer, and then in your pictures in your wedding come up horrible. You can never get that day back. So make sure the people that you are spending, make sure the vendor that you are using are professional and know what they're doing. My rule of thumb is, and I hate to say it like this, is that don't utilize family and friends. I hate to say it, but because somebody said, I'm going to give this to you for free. Because I'm a photographer. If they want to pay for that, let them give you the funds or let them pay for it instead of giving you that services, or you yourself invest into it. Because most of the times what end up happening is that sometimes you may want certain things, but because they're a family member or because they're doing you a favor, you don't want to say too much and you kind of don't like the things that they go and it end up looking bad. So I would say there's nothing wrong with using them, but if you are using them, make sure there are masters of the trade that know what they're doing and just somebody who does it as a hobby. You don't want to hire anybody who's doing the job as a hobby. If they have a business in there, they have something that they really do, I would say utilize them. But as a hobby, I would say no. That's just my rule of thumb, but it's your wedding. You can do what you feel is best for you. Also, stationery. Stationery is your invitation, your save the dates. You can cut that cost down because most couple now actually going with electronics and virtual save the dates, virtual invitation. My rule of thumb is I think it's okay to send a save the date virtual, but your invitation, you want to send paper. That's something that set the tone for your wedding. People love to see that, especially the older generations. And I know the new generation Z now, everybody want to do electronics and everything, Evite, but take the time to send that. It looks formal, it looks professional, it set the tone for where people coming from. So you can send an Evite for your save the date, but your invitation, make sure they are a paper copy. It just looks great. And then the next thing, your ring. 2 to 3% of your band on your wedding band that you're gonna wear, and to make sure that is the best one, because it's just something you're gonna wear forever. You don't want something in your hand that is so cheap and you're looking at it like, oh my god, why did I do this? But if the budget don't allow, you can always start with something little, and then down the years you can always upgrade. So you can always cut costs with that. And then the next thing is parking. 2 to 3%. But you can cut that cost completely if you pick a venue that have parking. That way you don't have to worry about it. But if you are doing your wedding in the hotel, they might charge for valet parking, or you're doing it in the city where parking is challenging, then you might have that cost. You can choose to put that cost on your guests, that they pay for their own parking, or you can choose to pay for that cost yourself. So with parking, that 3% can always be, it can go both ways. Also, miscellaneous, 8%. Every little things that you didn't think about that you might want, maybe because I want this cute little flower, I want to have that section or something. And the miscellaneous things that you want to do, save that in there. And last but not the least, 5% for surprises. And yes, surprises always happen in wedding. If you're having a wedding and then you don't have no surprises, good job. I'm proud of you. You are amazing. But as long as I've been planning wedding, there's always a surprise cost. And that's why I always plan A, B, and C, because sometimes somebody might say something and then they may change or sometimes you might be a little late doing something, or something may not go, or you maybe want to upgrade to something. If you have that supply cost in your budget, it helps you a lot. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching. For more videos, please follow my YouTube channel. And as I stated, for more detail on how you can plan your wedding, you can schedule my consultation class, where it's for 2 hours. I get to teach you how to plan your wedding from start to finish. You learn all the trades that you need and have a lot of resources to plan your wedding. You can also schedule a free 30-minute consultation with me, and you can ask me any question, anything that you need to know about wedding planning and decor, and I can help you with that. Thank you. And as I say, my name is Linda. Have a great day. Bye.